Okay, you guys, I am here with Big Luther. He's back for part two. We haven't talked to him since December, but he's actually been all around Texas ever since.
hmm
So so he's been at MPX in Dallas and Reality of Wrestling. So do you want to talk about your MPX journey real fast?
Yeah, no, facts. Of course, good afternoon. Thank you for having me back on for part two. I really appreciate it. But yeah, no, as far as my journey, just at MPX, just been on a journey to really put myself on the map when it comes to wrestling here in Texas and just in general, So like one of my stops is MPX. It's a great company and some great talent and things like that. So I'm just working my way up the card one at a time, you know. Just recently I had to establish who's the biggest and baddest and the best at MPX, and I had to, you know, when I went through Michael Schaefer, Big Kahuna, respectfully. So yeah, I just have to let everybody up there know who's the biggest and the baddest.
Yeah, so he made his debut against Just Nick.
hmm
And then that same night he power bombed Brick Savage,
hmm
who's like one of the biggest guys out there, and I have not seen Brick get off his feet before. So,
Oh yeah.
what was your experience with that one there, Brick Savage?
Ooh, Brick Savage. With that one, that was I can't say one of the hardest things I've had to do. His brick is just, like he's not the term brick isn't thrown around loosely. Like he's a brick house. He's a massive person. He's a great person, like inside the ring. Like he's just sorry, excuse me. Brick Savage is one of them ones. So when I was able to go in there and drop him and make a statement and put him on notice, that was a really big deal. But yeah, no, Brick Savage's one story that I had yet to complete. We had our match, had to be breaking up, just two big monsters just brawling and brawling and brawling. I tossed in the MPX title. He has it back now, and now I got my sights set on that. So, that's just something that we got to finish the story, we got to run it back. So yeah, I got unfinished business with Brick.
Yeah, and I agree with you there. You do got unfinished business. I've watched it. Um, I've recorded some of them.
hmm
But on your feed, you actually posted the video I sent you of you powerbombing Brick. And me not knowing, you kind of told me previously before that, but I was like, what are you gonna do? And you're like, just record. And I'm like, okay, perfect.
Yeah, just cut the camera off. It's must see. You don't want to miss it. Just cut the camera off.
Yeah. And that was definitely a statement heard around Texas. Um,
Most definitely.
and a lot of people love Brick, so he's very nice and kind. I've seen Brick a lot, so it's also like to me knowing Brick is pretty cool. Um,
Yeah, yeah. And not to cut you off. I like Brick.
mhm,
I think he's a good person. He's a good coach. He's a good leader. He's a good vet. I appreciate all that. But however, once I come out that curtain, once we step within them three ropes, it's game time. It's business. I gotta go. I got a mission. I can't let nobody stop it. So as much as I love and respect Brick, but once we come out that curtain, once I step in that ring, once that bell hit, it's go time.
yeah. So you fought a lot of people at MPX. I cannot remember all their names because I do not really watch MPX that much. So
Mhm.
can you tell us a little bit about your previous opponents that you have had?
Um, well, yeah, my most recent matchup there was against Big Kahuna Michael Schaefer. Falls
Hmm.
Count Anywhere match. Apologize to the security guard who got in the way, but when Godzilla and King Kong fighting, just get out the way. So he was in the way, he became collateral damage, but hopefully he's all right. But yeah, no, put him down. Then I had a triple threat match with Big Kahuna. uh Big Jacob, Big J, which is a fun, great match, triple threat. Was really it kind of it led up into me and Big Kahuna. He got in the way of that match, in a way he kind of cost me that match. Dealing, taking him out the picture, I left myself open, chair shot. So, Big J's able to capitalize. I'm not mad at him because I do the same thing. But at the same time, it cost me. So I had to get my get back with him. But just Tommy Becker, and, you know, just going through the roster has been just been on the roster, been marking names off my list, just going up the ladder, just like, trying to get to that MPX title.
Yeah. And I love watching all your matches, even if I'm like at home just watching it or like even recording for you at some of the shows. Like, it's
Yeah,
amazing. And I want to bring up Breakout, your previous Breakout,
yeah.
um, with Q, Quentin, and the two NPX. Um, Hang on. This is a question. They said hello.
What's going on, brother? It's going good.
Okay. So, there's another one. We love Big Luther.
Hey, love you guys too. We
Yes.
appreciate I appreciate the support.
Yes. We love Big Luther. A lot of people love Big Luther because we see all this stuff. We see a future star for real.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's the goal.
So anyway, back to Breakout. You and Q fought the tag team from NPX,
Hmm.
and y'all came out victorious.
We
But
did.
how did you feel during that match?
I felt great. I felt great. And so that tag team consisted of Jay White or, Ja, excuse my language, Ja. And Demo Diamond. At that time, Demo Diamond was the current reigning, defending world heavyweight MPX champion, and Ja is a former MPX champion. So that was no easy feat. That was no, it's not like we just grabbed somebody. That was like I like to consider that was Dallas versus Houston. That was Roe versus MPX. You had some of the best at Row versus the best at MPH, and it was a great match. It was fun. I love getting in there. I love wrestling. Period. I love fighting. So yeah, like they came into our backyard. And like I told them, bro, y'all in our backyard. Y'all on our home turf. Of course, we gonna get it done for our people. So yeah, we went and got the job done. It was a great match. It was fun, exciting. Like I said, we beat two former world champions at MPX, and that's no easy feat. So yeah, no, it was amazing. It was amazing.
And being there live, I just remember a lot of Big Luther and Quentin chants because we do not like Dallas down here. But I just remember just the crowd erupting for you. How did that feel?
And it feels great because I feel like it's a combination of all my hard work. Because a lot of people don't know the journeys that I went through and what I took before I got to reality of wrestling, the place I always wanted to be. So just to know that like all your hard work is paid off and like, you're building something and like you said, like you know, uh just like it's basically like the combination of all the hard work that I put in, just to journey and just, just to be there and hear everybody appreciate me and want to follow the journey, because a lot of people are always like, well, I was a fan of him before he got big. And I feel like a lot of people like that. So, hey, like I say, we ride this a gravy train with biscuit wheels. So if you want to hop on, I'm ready for it.
And yes, as that comment said, we want to know how it felt fighting Hank and Tank last week. Right? Was it last week?
Yeah, it
Yes.
was. It was.
The NXT titles, yes.
Ooh. So that's still surreal when I think about it because you have to think like outside of maybe like the 80s, there hasn't been a WWE championship. There hasn't been a championship affiliated with WWE, excuse me, that was ever defended outside of WWE. So for us to get the opportunity to go for those titles and fight and scratch and claw to get that, it was amazing. You know, like I said, we made history there. I've had, my one of my first matches on the main roster where I was against Hank and Tank back in November. You know,
Yeah.
we came up on the losing end, but it was still a great match. And after Power Shift, yeah, I saw the comment as well. Yeah, I respect the hell out of Hank and Tank. Actually, we've actually, you know, became quite close friends and stuff like that outside of the ring. But like I said earlier, once we step inside those ropes, all that goes out the window, especially with what was at stake, you know? And yeah, no, I respect the hell out of Hank and Tank. They're friends, and I'm hoping to share a ring with them one day again in WWE. So, but to answer your question, yes, I respect the hell out of Hank and Tank. I respect the fight. It's not every day I get in there and trade barbs and go toe to toe with WWE NXT Tag Team Champions. So no, I enjoyed every minute of it. I loved every second of it. So yeah, no, it was a very surreal experience for me, and I still get giddy when I think about it.
Yeah, you're in the history books now for that. Um,
Exactly.
so yeah. Um, there's another one that just popped in here. Luther versus Oba.
Oh, so it's funny because I was telling my friend Big Red JT Stevens, he's actually like the head referee of Raw.
Okay.
That's not gonna lie, that is my dream match. That is my dream
Oh,
match right there. So hey, like I'm just trying to put in the work, hopefully I can get an opportunity to go to the next level, but not if but when because I'm manifesting it. That's my dream opponent. Like I tell people, they're like, "Oh, who's your dream opponent?" It's the ruler over Finn. And if he
yeah.
still and if he still has that title, then I love to go for it. But yeah, no, that is my dream match right there.
So that was actually one of the questions I was asked last week too. So there's another one, part two. This is from Hunter. So
Hmm.
Hunter said, "What teams would you want to go against on NXT with Tempo?"
Mm. There's really not there's no team that I wouldn't want to go with. Briggs and Amora. We've been seeing first class on there. Shout out to my OG Top Dollar, OG AJ Francis. So him
Yeah.
and Casey Navarro will love to scrap it up with them. You just got like a whole you just got like a whole plethora of tag teams. Like you got Dark State, you got well, I don't know if they're really a thing anymore, but the No Quarter Catch Crew, I know Miles, he broke off and he's doing his own thing. So just I would just love to tangle with anybody on the NXT roster. Like I said, I would love I know Fraxton went up to the main roster, but I would just love to get in there with anybody. I would love to get in there and go with Hank and Tank, Luther versus Hank and Tank Part 3, so that'll be that'll be something that's fun.
Okay, yeah, Hunter's in the chat. So what's up, Hunter? He's
What's up,
pretty.
Hunter?
Yes. So um, another one is you and Will All Day.
Hmm.
You and Will All Day just had a match recently at Blitz, right? Road Blitz,
Yeah. Ugh.
and that was like my favorite match. Not gonna lie, because it's just two big dogs just going against each other.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. Do you want to talk about Blitz for a second there? Do you remember anything from me?
Oh no, I remember everything from Blitz. So
Okay.
no, that match with Will, it was just one of those things where like, and I say it because the people saw it. Right? Like Will didn't beat me. Will escaped me. He literally jumped in the ring at the last second.
Um,
And if you
yeah.
can remember correctly, when he came out of there, how he paused, he stuttered, he contemplated, he slow walked to the side. Like nobody's ever made Will all day feel like that. Nobody ever made him question himself. He wasn't out there yelling all damn day. He wasn't doing that. So to know that I knocked him off of his game for a while, that's comfort for me because nobody can do that. You're talking about a Grand Slam champion, a guy who's done it all over the country, all over Texas, all over road, who's been the man, and I went in there and threw him around like a rag doll. Unfortunately, I came up on the losing end. I was just so destined to take him out. I didn't sit and think about it. You got to think about it. So I wish I could have ended that properly. I wish I could have finished him off for good. So Tempo wouldn't have had to go through that. So yeah, no, just with Will Day, he's a person that I most definitely have unfinished business with. So one way or another, I'm gonna work my way back around to him. I'm gonna find my way back to him.
Alright. This is a long one, but I think you can read that.
Big Luther versus AJ Francis for the Road TV title. No, Sebastian, of course I remember you, buddy. I remember you. We've taken a lot of pictures together. I remember you, buddy. Um, but no, so yeah, no, like I said, AJ Francis is an OG of mine. He's a guy who's kind of been not kind of, he's a guy who's been hands-on and he's been like, he's been a key part in helping me develop and become more comfortable in the ring and to just, being myself and realize that I am that killer. I am that behemoth. So, that'll be the ultimate teacher versus student. It's like Daniel's son going against Mr. Miyagi. But
Yeah.
no, like I said, like when it comes down to it, whenever that bell rings, who's ever in those ropes with me, whether it's for the road title, whether it's with Zilla for the road title, whether it's for the road tag team championships, whether it's for the glory championship, I'm ready to fight. And, you know, that's just how it is, how this business goes. And when I set my sights on that title, and if he has it, I'm going for it. Yes, I agree, Sebastian. It's just one of those things where you got to work up the card, and that's what I'm doing. So whenever I get that opportunity, you best believe I'm capitalize on it.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. You need those titles. Um,
Facts.
so yeah. Um, what else have you done? You've done a lot, right? Since the last time we talked to you.
Yeah, quite a bit. Actually I went to Texarkana and I did a promotion for Hype and Glory. I did a show for Hype and Glory. Great promotion, great crowd. So, and I actually got a lot of stuff in the works. So there will be some announcements made here pretty soon. So you guys should stay tuned, all right?
I got you. I got you. Yeah. So I think another question is like, how do you feel after the Hank and Tank fight? Do you feel better? Like, see yourself better at Raw, or what?
I do. And I may be strange coming from a guy who lost, but yeah, no, I actually do because like we were talking about, nobody gets that opportunity. It's like an opportunity that people have like worked their whole lives for, you know? And I was honored enough to like, have people see the work that I put in and say, yeah, hey, him and Tempo deserve this opportunity. So, I feel good about it. And you know what's crazy? If it wasn't for Tank, if it wasn't for Tank Ledger, we would be NXT champions because when I hit Hank with the Sky High, he was out of it. I saw his eyes gloss over. He was out. Lord and behold, here comes Tank, messing stuff up. So, like I said, I feel good about it, knowing that I had an NXT champion out and down for the count. If it wasn't for his partner, we will be on Tuesdays. You will see me walking around with the NXT Tag Team Championship. No replica, real thing. So, I feel good about that. That's a great match. It's a history making match. It's a momentous match. And, we can only go up from here. So, I'm excited about that.
My question, another one is, are you gonna be at Breakout tomorrow?
I will most definitely be a breakout. I'll most
Yeah,
definitely be a breakout. I'll be in the ring, and you're just gonna see Big Luther, you know, kick ass and
big.
take names.
Yeah, be yourself in that ring. I'll be there tomorrow as well. So hopefully we can see each other.
Of course we
Um,
will.
yes. It's always fun talking to you after the shows. Always.
Yeah, I know, and I apologize. But like we have things that we do backstage after the show, which is why we can't always come out immediately. We just gotta get dressed and stuff like that. So, but yeah, no, I always appreciate you and the other fans like Sebastian and Hunter that always stick around and like meet and talk with us after the shows. I really appreciate that, you guys. It means a lot to us. So yeah,
And yeah, I agree with you because there's days where me and Hunter will just chill and wait for you together. Um,
yeah.
and there's just days where you just don't come out, and I'm like, it happens.
Unfortunately, it does. Unfortunately, it does.
But yeah, row is row, so you just gotta expect the unexpected there.
Yeah,
Um,
just gotta roll with the punches.
yeah. So I want to talk about Power Shift a little
Okay.
bit. So, how did you feel about Thea Hale being there?
It's exciting. Thea Hell is a great talent, and I really enjoyed her match with I really enjoy her match, with Miss
Lady.
Monroe, Lady Bird. I be trying to call people by their real names. I don't know. It's just the properness in me. But yeah, no, it was a great match. It was fun. It was exciting. I'm glad I was able to catch it because it was right after my match. But yeah, no, like I said, she's a phenomenal talent. She's only My apologies. She's a phenomenal talent. She's most definitely on the rise in NXT, and it's always exciting to see her wrestle. So meeting her and introducing myself and talking to her and exchanging pleasantries was nice. I actually got a picture with her, so she's so nice.
That's so cool. Yeah, I wish I was there too. There's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff I wish I'm at, but it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, uh, Natalia. Natalia's coming
Mm.
on, like, pretty soon. Like, what, next week?
Next
Right?
weekend.
Next weekend. Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I am ecstatic. You gotta think about it. So like we're doing Glory first half of the night. Then the second half is gonna be Heart and Soul, which is a all women show. Some of the best talent in Texas is gonna be there. Then you have the best of all time, Miss Natalia, Miss Natty Hart, like amazing, just a complete and total legend. Somebody who's I've grown up watching, and she's been doing this for over 20 years and still looks amazing, still moves great. So yeah, no, I'm actually really excited about that. So yeah, no, I'm just excited. Hopefully I get to meet her and take a picture and exchange pleasantries and stuff like that. But no, it's always great being in the presence of like legends and stuff like that. So like, you have Booker, Sharmell, AJ, and then just the multiple talent that we bring in, like the Matt Cardonas and the Kenny Kings and things like that. So it's just great to be backstage and just be around all those people who have done or reached the heights and level that I want to. That's why, I just always try to, learn and soak up what I can. But no, I'm
Yeah.
excited for that.
Yeah. And once I did the show, I was like, man, that's gonna be cool.
It'll be
Because
amazing. Are you gonna be there?
um, I'll try. We'll see.
Ooh,
We'll
I
see.
need
We'll
you to
see.
be there.
I I want to. We'll see though. We'll see. Because this is the first time they're doing something like this, right? The two
Mm-hmm.
shows.
Mm-hmm.
This one. Oh, sorry, Sebastian.
Yeah, man, just gotta come to. Just gotta stick around at a Booker show. Booker's amazing. He's a nice guy. One of the most To me, I would say Booker's one of the most unintentionally funniest people I've ever met. It's like I don't feel like he's trying to make us laugh, but I just be dying. So, Booker's awesome.
Yeah. I hear him all the time on NXT. He makes me laugh. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like commentary with Booker, so it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so are you gonna be there next weekend as well, or are you gonna be at MPX?
I will be at Glory Fort and I will be at Heart and Soul.
Okay, so you're part of both. Like you'll be at both, then technically.
Yeah.
Okay. Cause I know sometimes you do the MPX like every other weekend, and sometimes you don't. So
Yeah.
it really depends on your schedule, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Most definitely.
So I know like that MPX is in Dallas, and you tell me a lot because we talk after your match a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The drive is killer. Do you think you're gonna move a little closer to Dallas and Houston, like in between?
No, 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 no. No
You
disrespect to MPX, no disrespect to Dallas, except for the Dallas Cowboys. But no, Houston is home. I love it here. And yeah, no, Houston's home. Row is home. So yeah, I'm not. Mm-mm.
uh, so, have you gotten advice from Athena?
I actually have. Athena is one of those people who like is very unexpected at first because I didn't know what to expect. But whenever I go, she's always hands-on giving me advice and things like that. So Athena has been instrumental in me and coming out of my character as well, especially at MPX, just being more comfortable. So I want to not take you back, but I want to add to what I said earlier. Booker, AJ Francis, and Athena, they've all had like they all had like a hand in like helping me grow. Kevin as well. I know you met Kevin before. So just a lot of people that are instrumental in like helping me, you know, come out of my character and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I love to see like Big Luther getting bigger every time at MPX. I think posted that one time where I was just hearing Big Luther chants on my story, and I was like, man, I'm so happy for this moment.
Yeah, no, thank you. It was a very proud moment. And that was a great match as well. Probably my favorite, probably one of my favorite matches. If I
Yeah,
have a list of favorite matches, and that's on the list, most definitely.
because I know you don't get cheered a lot, because you're a heel, so it's kind of hard because you want to root for the face, but you're like the heel is really good as well. So
I feel like with that, I feel like I'm more of a tweener. And that's something that's not like known, or that's something that's not as popular now as it used to be like in the 90s. Like a person who can, be a face and or be a heel. I guess I equate a tweener to being like an anti-hero, you know?
okay, so it really depends on the match, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Cause
What?
yeah, I've there's a independent wrestler as well, Rachel. She'll it depends on her match. She'll be face or heel. It depends on who she's fighting. So
Yeah. But also like a lot of people are coming to you know, like I feel like people are coming to be fans with me, so they're just cheering me, even though I'm, the bad guy. So, but hey, keep it up, keep doing it, keep liking, keep supporting, keep cheering. I love it.
yeah, keep posting about him. He'll see it eventually. Eventually, he'll see it. You know,
Hmm.
that's the type of thing. I know you got personal business as well, so um, I'm not gonna get into it, but like, yeah, I'm just very proud of you. I'm
I
for real,
appreciate that.
cause we became very close friends in like November, December area. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I think Night of Champions is the next show, right, for WWE.
Hmm.
Who do you got for that one?
Oh, all right. So Night of Champions. That's where they're gonna finish the King of the Ring tournaments and stuff like that. I feel. All right. This is just me personally because you got a story here. Seeing how Randy won last night, he beat Sammy. I feel like Monday, Cody is going over Jimmy, so it's going to be Cody and Randy, King of the Ring finals. I feel like Cody is going to go over. Um, CM Punk is going to lose. CM Punk's going to lose. I don't think Gunther's defending it because he's defending it Saturday Night Main Event. Um, yeah, no, those are the ones that I have for right now. I don't even really think they put a card together, or if they do, it's like kind of halfway done. But those are
Do,
just my early predictions right now.
do you know who won that women's match last night?
Between Alexa Bliss and Asuka, I didn't see that one, so I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't watch SmackDown, so I just kind of like
What?
I can't watch it because there's
Okay.
cable. I don't have cable.
Oh, okay. I understand. I understand. I understand.
Yeah, so that's the only I can really watch Netflix and
Yeah,
the
and Raw.
yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
I kind of find out like on Monday a lot.
Yeah, or like I'll just like wait.
Oscar when he said,
Asuka. Okay.
yeah.
I
Oh
like
wait,
Asuka.
no, he had said this.
Oh, Alexa. Oh, I think he meant to put not Asuka.
Yeah, yeah, and
Okay.
then yeah. So it seems like something big is happening on Monday with the women's match as well.
Yeah. Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Sebastian.
Yeah, appreciate that, Sebastian.
He said I meant to say Oscar. My bad. So Oscar
So
won.
Oscar won. Okay. We got it.
Oh,
We got it.
we got it eventually.
Yeah, we got it.
But yeah, I think Monday's gonna be pretty cool to watch. And tomorrow is also the start of LFG season 2. I found that out today. But
Hey.
I knew season 1 was pretty good. I loved season 1. So
Yeah, no, season one
um
was great.
yeah. Did you watch it?
I watched what I could when I had time to watch it. I did have some favorites in there. So it was fun. I enjoyed it. I would love to have an opportunity to do something like that, but yeah, no, LFG was amazing, and I'm excited for season two.
Yeah, I'm excited to see who they have. The one I don't want to see is BJ because I'm kind of annoyed of him. So I watched the show with him on previously. He was on a
Yeah,
show previously, and he was just being annoying. I mean,
yeah,
he's cool, but it's also like respect the people that you're around.
right, right. No, I
And
understand that, and being coachable goes a long way, you know. But no, I get it. You know, I understand it. You know, cocky young kid wants to make a name, wants to stand out. I respect it. You know.
yeah, and then he had the Bubba Ray as the coach, which I was like, that's the perfect fit for him. Not gonna lie. And Bubba put him in his place. So
Hmm.
and one of them had to. It was either gonna be Undertaker or Bubba. So
Yeah, yeah,
I don't think Undertaker would have done it like the way that Bubba did. Though it was weird.
yeah. I agree.
Yeah. I can't wait for season 2. It's like season 1 was great. Is that how Booker is in real life though? Have you trained with him?
Yeah, yeah. That's how Booker is. He's intense and like he wants the best out of you. You know, like he's most definitely pushed me to like expand my game, my playbook, my arsenal, as he calls it. But Booker really is like that. He's intense, but he wouldn't. if he didn't have that mindset in his own career, he wouldn't be a two-time Hall of Famer, you know, most of the time champion, most of the time world champion. So yeah, no, coaching like that is like what I need, like what I love, you know, like I want a coach to push me, you know? So yeah.
I'm actually happy with the winners because I was like, they're really good. So
Yeah.
seeing Jasper like 2 weeks ago go against that fight against Elba was really good, but he didn't expect that turnbuckle to break, and he had to keep going after that.
Yeah, stuff happens. You gotta keep going. Like I would have seen it, I would have took pride. Oh yeah, we just popped the turnbuckle off. Let's get it. But yeah, no, that was a good match. Not gonna lie to you, my personal favorite. I hope she win it this year. He nasty. You know, my personal favorite. I thought she was gonna get it last season, but she gonna get it this season. I'm on that. I'm on that.
Yeah, I wanted Tyra May Steele to win it, but I think Xena might actually as well. Xena's another good one.
Yeah.
She's coming down next week as well, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe
Yeah,
so.
she's on the poster. That's why.
Yeah.
Um,
Miss
so
Steele, yeah.
yeah. So yeah, if you want to see either Luther tomorrow at Reality of Wrestling, the free event, the free event, because the one next week isn't free.
Mm-mm.
um, and again, if you want to see Natalia or Xena, um, you buy your tickets at realityofwrestling.com, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Or you can purchase them at the window, you know. But either way, like I said, it'll be the best 15 you ever spent. It's gonna be so worth it. You know, we show every month, multiple times a month, why we are the flagship of Texas wrestling. So come on down, Texas City.
Yeah, even if you come tomorrow, you get to see the students.
The
One of
feature.
the teacher, Mandy. Mandy is doing really good right now at Breakout.
Love
Um,
Mandy.
yes, Mandy just fought Kaya.
For the title.
Yes, there you go. Gino, Gaspar, Max, and Maddie as Summer of Champions. That one's gonna be. They're already booking for the next show. That's already crazy for me. Because they're like, what, 2, 3 shows ahead?
Well,
So,
I mean, you know, it's long term storytelling, baby. So like,
yeah,
yeah, but no, back to that question.
yeah.
I got Gino. It's hard to go against Gino. So I put my money on Gino. And if I had a sleeper pick, it's Gaspar.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I don't think that Max Castellanos is actually gonna win this one, but I'd like to see Gaspar. He's an up and coming, really good wrestler.
Former
Tall.
former former world champion.
Yeah, he follows me on Instagram too, which is weird.
Hey.
But yeah, so pretty soon, hopefully, he'll make his name for himself down here and go to WWE for sure. And
Yeah,
so
no.
with you as well. So yeah, I know a lot of these road talent is like that's the reason why they're there, but it's not. A lot of people don't understand all the hard work that goes into it.
Most
Um,
definitely.
and people don't even respect the indie scene sometimes, which is where some of these wrestlers come from, like Roxanne Perez, Ren Sinclair. Who
Mm-hmm.
else? There's a couple others. Raquel Rodriguez. Who else? There's Shotzi. Shotzi. Um,
Cyan or
so,
Hyan. Yeah, sorry.
yeah. There's a lot. There's Red Velvet wrestles here and there on the indie scene. Chandler Hopkins as well. Chandler is another like very very popular wrestler down here.
I love
um,
Chandler. That he's another person I hope. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. He's another person that I hope I can share the ring with as well. Chandler. I feel like that'd be great and amazing.
So I'm gonna do my quick predictions for tomorrow because there's only like what 3 matches that have been announced, right? Not
I
even.
believe so.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and go for Emmy Camacho over Tiffany Nieves because, uh, yeah, I don't really like Tiffany and her personality. Um, she's La Princesa and she just got beat up by a queen. So like that's basically all I have to say there. Simpson
Okay.
Savage King, right? Is his name? I almost
Yeah.
called because they sound alike for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking Simpson's winning and Ryan Davidson versus Buck
But
Gator,
yeah, yeah.
and I'm thinking Ryan because Buck Gator kind of talked a lot of mess yesterday on social media about
Oh
him.
yeah. Oh yeah. Ryan is like on a tear right now. Like he's putting in some great work, some of the best work. Like he's hungry, he's restored, like he's just came back from Alaska. So I feel like, yeah, no, I feel like Ronnie's going, uh, that ain't gonna be pretty. But yeah.
And not to mention who also just came back from Alaska, Will All Day and Josiah.
Josiah.
Yeah, Josiah. So I think it's really cool seeing them go around the world, literally, um, to all these different countries to represent reality of wrestling or any
Mm-hmm.
promotion. Ryan and Zilla at Power Shift was crazy. That's what he said.
Yeah, no, it most definitely was. And I was just like, oh my gosh. But like when you're in pursuit of that title, I mean, not that I know, but just from what I've seen and heard from people I talk to, like that title, it'll make you do some stuff. And Ryan wants that title and he wants to like shut people up, and Ryan's going after it. So whatever he got to do to get it, he gonna get it done. That's why I said like coming off a power shift, yeah, it's not gonna be pretty for Buck tomorrow. It's not. It's Yeah, it's not gonna be pretty.
And I know there's Buck Gator fans in the chat, but it's like, I'm sorry, but Ryan is definitely like on something. I saw what he did at Power Shift, so like when he did the
Yeah.
pliers to his thumb, right? He
Ooh, yeah.
yeah, that was crazy to me.
Yeah.
I had seen that. Wow.
Yeah. No, it was not pretty.
Mm. So anyway, I gotta go, Luther, because I got something else to do. So we'll let you go, and we will be back soon.
We will be back for part three, but before you go, I want to shout out to Sebastian. He made a comment. He wanted to know about those chops. So, that is one thing of mine that I like. It's not, I didn't invent it, but I was inspired by it. Everybody does like the Gunther chops, but my thing was like, how can I make this bigger and more impactful? I have really gigantic hands, so I'm like, I'll just do two of them. And then, yeah, it's really the chop that heard around the world. So I'm gonna get some merchandise made, some shirts and stuff. But yeah, no, that's my thing. I have really big hands, so I'm like, why not use it? So if you're there for Power Shift, Tank, I love you, brother, but he felt those chops. So hey, it is what it is. That's just one of those things, life, death, and these double hand chops. So
um, yeah.
yeah.
Before one more, I forgot to ask you. Hunter also asked about your merch. When will you come out with merch or the command? Because we see you coming out with the command shirt now.
Yeah, no, I got some stuff in the works. I got some stuff coming up. Yeah, no, just reach out to me on the socials, Luther D LUTH3ER_D. If you like want to put in sizes and stuff, I do got some stuff coming. So yeah, no, just tap in with me, and we'll get some stuff going.
Okay. Well, I gotta go because yeah, my people are texting me. So I gotta go there. I will Talk to you later.
All righty. Talk to you later. Bye. Thank you for this opportunity. We got to do part three soon.
Yes, just let me know.
All
And
right,
we
I
could
got
get
you.
to.
I
Alright,
got you.
bye.
All right. Bye, you guys. Thank you guys in the chat for watching.